Hey Mo, we need to get an intro down for this channel, you know.
Yeah, but what are you thinking, Lee?
Why don't I rap over the top of it?
Don't be ridiculous. You sound like a northern M&M.
Look, listen to me. Yo, yo, yo. The Munch Brunch in the house, man.
Absolutely not.
Right, what you got in mind?
Let's just keep it simple.
I'm Lee.
I'm Aim.
We're the Munch.
Hi everyone and welcome back to another mukbang with Aim and Lee. We are the Munch Brunch UK. Lee, tell them what we have on the menu today.
An hat.
Your hair looks alright
No,
today.
look daft. Actually, I look like, I don't know. Anyways, all good. It is Friday. It's Friday. We have a cut breakfast. Only a small version. There's no mushrooms or hash browns or French toast. We've got tomatoes, beans, orange got tomatoes, poached egg, sausage and bacon, and some toast, which is
Right there.
just here. And a cup of tea and a cup of coffee.
In glasses.
Yes, you can
Cups.
see what was in them.
Doesn't it always look a bit rubbish when you have see-through cups?
I think
don't
it's
know why.
amazing. It takes me back to when I was a kid.
Show them your copy.
And my nan used to have these kind of cups when I was a kid. It was slightly darker glass.
tinted though, wasn't
yeah,
they,
there was
when
a
we was
darker
young?
glass. I
Anyway,
was fascinated by them.
so we have had a couple of comments asking where we've been this week. COVID has struck the house. Tia, my mum started with it first. She said, I've got a really bad sore throat. This was like a week ago now. And then on Monday, Tia tested, was it Monday I think? Tia tested positive. And then it hit me and Lee.
I think it was like Saturday, you know.
No, there was ill on Saturday, but the test was took
right.
Monday. Because my mum was like, And I
not
said,
been well
take
with
a
it.
test. Well, I'll tell you what, Tia is an absolute trooper. She's still not right, but my God, has that girl been poorly, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's getting better.
Really poorly. And then it kind of was my mum, then me. It wasn't good.
I think I cursed us, in all honesty, guys, because the day Tia come down with it, like when she tested positive, I was walking the dog and I thought to myself, wow, it's amazing. We've not had COVID since, like, before
2
everyone
years
else got
ago.
it. We got it. We was like the first people ever to get it, pretty much. And we've told you so. It's not going into that now. And I was like, that's great. We've not had it. Maybe we're like immune to it, something or other. Come back. Tia's, I'm not feeling too well, Dad. Oh, okay. We'll keep an eye on it. Next thing you know, Aim comes out of her mum's room. Great news. What's that, Aim? Tia's got COVID. Oh, for God's sake. What's the chances?
And then my mum was poorly. And then I woke up one in the morning. I was like, oh my life. That's it.
Oh no! I want to go back and do some more eggs.
Really?
I never wrecked the poached eggs. I've wrecked them. They're overdone.
You're
Oh
actually
my
going
God!
back to do more?
No, but
Oh,
they're eggs. Pop yours. See if it
mine's
pops.
hard.
Check the other one.
Yeah, it's hard.
I think that one's gonna burst.
It's hardly.
Oh, for God's sake! That's terrible. It's because her mum and Tia, they got the nice ones.
A few times. Right, I'm going to just warn you now, there's going to be a few breaks in this because my chest is still really bad with COVID, breathing issues. And Lee keeps like, you can't cough. And I've got a bad chip, like, my voice goes really bad, so we have to cut it off, so excuse that. But Lee makes the best poached eggs, and
Today, they've got to be the worst in the history of poached egg making.
try and eat it with
No, I
something.
can't eat it. It's nasty, that. I like a runny egg because I like to dip in it. And that's why I don't make fried eggs, because I make shite fried eggs. So I was like, right, I'll do poached eggs.
Well,
They're
do you
always
want
good.
some of my beans and I'll have
No,
your
I'm
eggs?
all right. It's just puts a dampener on what was already a rather shite day. Walking down to the Lidl, we need some toilet roll. Went to get the toilet roll. I don't know if it's made in Russia or whatever, because they're putting up the price of everything these days. But toilet roll that we buy is now up by about £3.
Is it?
Yes, it is. So we're going to start recycling our toilet roll. So you have to turn it inside out and then back and forth and wash it and everything else and keep using the same piece, because that is redonkulous. We used to pay £4 odd for a big pack. Lidl, £6.84.
Well, there is 24 rolls. I suppose you're getting an alright deal there.
Well, not really. And when about a month ago, it was £3 odd or £4 odd.
So how are you guys anyway? Sorry, like I say, we've been away. We will be getting back next week to doing more regular videos. It's just been like, we really haven't been able to, have we? Like, I haven't been able to record. So, but we are going to be back now. All our plans have been wrecked this weekend. It's just been a horrific week. Mainly for Tia. I've felt so sorry about that girl. She can't smell cup. Listen to this. This is so weird. Cornflakes now smell horrific to her. And the only way she describes it is, you ever smelt the back of a bus when the fumes come out and the engine's going? She says it's cornflakes and her perfume smell like the back of a bus.
The only thing I'd say about that with the perfume, yeah, I can understand you want to smell your perfume. Who the hell sticks their head in a box of cornflakes?
No, she didn't. It was basically like she had the cornflakes open.
Right.
And the smell of them.
I never try and smell cereal. It all smells the same. Oh, I hate chocolate cereal. I'm not. You know, when we was kids, not when we.
Cocoa Pops. Everybody, I hate them.
Yeah, our Tia loves them, and when she was young, got Cocoa Pop rocks. Once or twice, you know, to get multi-packs of mini cereal boxes. Frosties, they went first. Cheerios, honey, all that stuff, all the nice fun stuff went. Rice Krispies a lot. Then you get down to the last couple, there was cornflakes and chocolate cereal, Cocoa Pops, and I'd leave them Cocoa Pops like it was dirt on the road. I couldn't stand chocolate milk, and still can't now. How about yourselves?
No, horrible. All my friends like Cocoa Pops. Oh yeah. But has any of you guys been hit with COVID recently? Because I know that it's on the rise again. However, consider, like Lee said before, we had it in the December, didn't we?
Yeah.
As it was announced in the January. It has not been anything like that. Not even for Tia, because she's had her jabs, but she was so poorly. But this was definitely her first time in proper getting it. That girl, on Sunday evening, she was out conscious, wasn't she, for the best part of 6 hours, bless her.
But the good thing about it is, it gave me a chance. I started to cut this song, and I think I don't know if anyone else has sung this song yet, or if it's already been done by Rick Astley or someone, he's come back to it. But I think this is a great song. I've only got the chorus at the minute, so you're going to help me out with the lyrics. I'll sit down and do it one day. So it is, ready. You know the song, I'm living in a box, I'm living in a cardboard box?
Yeah.
I'm living in a house. I'm living in a COVID house. I've only got the chorus. We need to come up with the lyrics, and however you break a song down, I don't know.
We'll come up with that one.
We'll come up with that one for another day. But unfortunately, we're not living in a COVID house now, so it's not very relevant. But then again, we couldn't go on top of the pops, could we, either, if we had COVID?
Tia's just got a very faint line on hers now. And I just think, well, this is so like 5 days now, but she caught it the Thursday before, because that's where it come from, was her college. Yeah, so anyway, so Tia is more or less on the mend now, thank goodness. But it's been an awful week for that kid. But anyway, moving on swiftly, what are your plans for this bank holiday weekend? When are you putting this out today?
No.
Well, haven't you had a good bank holiday weekend then? What are your plans? The weather at the moment is nice, but it's going to be cloudy. It was sunshiny before, but tomorrow's meant to be 19 degrees and cloudy, which is gutting because I really want some sunshine. I need some sunshine.
What do you do if you leave? Because I said before, let's go out. I was like, oh yeah, where to? Really, what we're going to do round here? What do you do if you live in a concrete jungle like us? I swear down, this is like, if you've ever been to Berlin, I haven't, but I know it's like a concrete jungle. Literally there's not to do. There's no grass or sea or anything as far as I'm aware. It's just concrete everywhere. That's what it's like round here. There ain't nowhere to go.
They call that New York, not like America concrete jungle.
I don't know, you've got to drive like 4 hours just to get to the sea round here, or the beach, or anything remotely fun or nice to look at. So what would you be doing today? Because I said, Lee, we should go out, and I was thinking, okay, it's fine, but where are we going to go other than to the pub?
No,
around shops.
Like, exactly. Get a bit of fresh air. We go to the park, the farm. We've got a farm by us, and that's definitely. No, to be perfectly honest with you, I said yesterday, I'm not religious, but I really wanted to go and put some flowers, didn't I, on my uncle's grave.
Yeah.
And yesterday it was really, really rubbishy weather, and I thought I really could do with a bit of fresh air. Because I always think when it's a nice day and the sun's shining, I don't know if you guys can tell this, but there's a different smell in the air. I think it's like the pollen or the flowers and the trees. It just smells really different when it's sunny. And I thought I'd love to go and put some flowers on my uncle's grave and get a bit of fresh air. But Lee's right. We have got a shopping centre near which I couldn't be bothered with. There's no point in going down the pub because I can't be bothered with that one. Because there's nothing to look at there, is there? Really? There's a
just
canal.
Other people drinking.
Yeah, like where you go to like scenic pubs, you know, with rivers, and this is a car park. that backs onto like, what do they call it?
A pub.
No, like you've got like it's called something in the States, like a shopping square. I don't know what you'd call it. And that's it basically. You can see the cinema. Bit of a canal. There's a barge now and again that's there, but that's basically it.
It is waffle, and I was in the kitchen and Tia was talking to us or something, or passed me some milk out of the fridge, and it's got not a whiff, but it was sunny outside, and I got a feeling of like I did a couple of years ago when I was in Brixham.
Can you smell that?
No, I can't smell anything at the moment. My nose is still blocked up. I just got a sensation of that feeling like, oh, it'd be nice right now.
On the sea from.
Because you can, if you think it hard enough, like that, you can think certain things like, oh, that was a nice memory. Or memories can sort of bring back smells, I guess, or thoughts, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
And I remember us being in Torquay and the wandering around. It's lovely sunny days. I don't think we've had like one rainy day in Torquay out of about 20 odd. We've been there like 3 or 4 times, and only once it heavily rained. Every other time, might get a bit of cloud. Usually it's lovely weather. I thought, well, the people right now, it's bound to be nice down there today.
Yeah, look.
The lucky gits. And if you're just wandering around, let's pop to Boots, then go over to there's a little pub across the road, a little cafe thing. Let's go sit outside.
It's like on the harbour, and you can see all the yachts, and it's beautiful. And there's a pub. I think it's a Harvester, from what I remember.
No, the one further down.
Yeah, and you can go there. And the massive bay windows, and you're right in the sea side, on the side of the harbour, and you can just sit there, can't you, and watch all the boats and people watch basically.
If you're in Torquay, if you live there, you don't really. I mean, Aim says this to me right when I moved or when I lived in Morecambe. You get used to it. You
do kind of take it for granted, not take it for granted in a nasty way, but you're kind of like used to it, aren't you? So it's not a novelty,
I think when you're a single lad on your own, obviously, hence being single. Being by the sea don't mean sod all to you really, unless you got out with your mates and stuff to make the most of it, which I wasn't. I was always working before I moved here, so I never really got to appreciate it. Anyways, now we're not there. The thought of where could we go around here, that was just like a quick walk or, jump in a car and go.
Even like I said to Lee before, just to get out and get a bit of fresh air, there's only certain parts of this city you can get like fresh air.
Mostly it's pollution.
Like, I live on the outskirts of Wolverhampton, quite near Staffordshire, and there's a load of countryside up literally about, I'd say, 25 minutes up the road. However, it's still kind of difficult to get to, and secondly, it is a city, like it's a built-up city here. Where Lee lives, like Morecambe, there's a seaside, but then you've got the Lake District up the road, haven't you?
Blackpool.
Somewhere called Grange Over Sands. I mean, obviously Blackpool, but I mean, like for countryside and things like that. Beautiful, absolutely stunning.
Well, if you've ever been to Torquay, as I was saying, guys, then you'll know we're on about. On the front in Torquay, you got the harbour, and people, young kids, like teenagers, pulling on the parents' yachts and whatnot.
Crabbing and everything, isn't it there?
It's just easy going. There can be that many people there, but it's that quiet at the same time. Like you're sitting outside and it's just nice and quiet.
We sit down with like sometimes, not even on the calf, like along the sea edge. There's like these like benches that you can just sit there and watch, and we just do. You don't have to do anything. It's like when you're abroad. It's like when you're abroad in like Spain and you're on the front and you just sit in a bar, get yourself a nice glass of pop or whatever, cold drink, and just sit and watch the sea. That's what we did, didn't we? It was just beautiful.
But for what you spend around here to go and do like the basic stuff, and like you as well, if you live in a town, a city, but what you'd pay to go and do the basic stuff. Oh God, you want to go to the pub? You got to sit indoors. It's a lovely day. You want to be outdoors. You want to enjoy the views or having a cold pint. You can't, because literally you're looking at Dirty Barry scratching his arse whilst looking in the laundry section in Dorothy Perkins. It's not. It's not very fun, is it? Whereas if you are there, it costs the same amount for a drink there or some chips. Go for a cream tea with a scone, and you get to chill. And after this, about half hour, let's go get a nice ice cream. Let's jump on a boat over to Brixton, not Brixton. Getting London mixed up with Torquay then. And that's where I want to be today. So if you live in Torquay and you got a spare room, I don't need to bring anyone else. I'll move down there. I'm a mum and Tia can stay here because I'm bored of this place now.
No. It doesn't even have to be there because, like, you've got other places. I mean, look at St Ives, for God's sake. But Morecambe, it's not. It's obviously it's not like Torquay, is it? Like, but it's so nice there, you know, and it doesn't cost an absolute arm and a leg. And the seaside there, you can see all over the Lake District on a clear day, can't you?
Mm.
So beautiful.
It's getting old, that's what does it to you. As you get older, when I was younger, I didn't give a damn. But now I'm in my mid-30s. You just want the easy stuff in life.
And not only that, oh, this is going to sound a little bit stupid, and that I've been out with Lee several times, but when I've been ill or whatever, I tend to go quite dizzy. I'm quite a dizzy person. Not sounds too. When I have illnesses or anything, I get really like motion sickness done a lot with my head and that. There's nowhere today, like if I said to Lee, oh, you know, I'd love to just go out and get a bit of fresh air and some space from everything. So you haven't got loads of things going on in front of your eyes, so your eyes are not like that. There's nowhere open spaces and like nice views. It's very busy. So as I said, like Lisa, people, oh, let's go to the pub. You're looking at cars, you're looking at loads of people, you're not looking at tranquil, are you? There's nothing relaxing is what I'm trying to say around here. Whereas there, you could sit somewhere on a riverside pub or a seafront, and you feel, even though you're surrounded by people, you feel a million miles away from everybody.
Yeah,
you're looking at the sea.
I mean, we've only ever, well, that's a lie. We've been to Torquay in different places. So, like, we've stayed in a hotel there, when it was just me and I went for a few nights. We stayed in a caravan site at Haven, over in Devon Cliffs, and then on the train to Torquay. We stayed in a caravan park in Torquay. So all different variants of housing, and a B&B as well for a couple of nights whilst I was there. But it is just bloody lovely. And
we was on the top floor, we were about 6 floors up.
Yeah, and they got funny. I was wanted a breakfast or something or other. I think it's because we was young.
Sorry about that.
There's me, Aim, our old mate, and Tia there.
Yeah.
And everyone else, without being horrible, there's closer to pensioner age than just passing your driving licence age or being allowed to have a drink in the pub age. And we was like in our mid-20s. So we'd walk in and we got all these funny looks like, oh no, the young ones have arrived again.
Yeah, honestly, you could actually hear them going, oh.
And I was like, can we just please get some breakfast? And I was like, oh, if we have to. I was like, I have bloody paid you for breakfast, mate. What's the issue? But we was only not 2 nights, so it weren't too bad.
We've been in a sort of situation like that, actually in the area. So, there's an area not far from me called Penkridge. Really beautiful. Got the river there. Really expensive houses. Beautiful scenery, isn't it? You got like your local farmers market every day. We stayed there in this little pub type thing. There's been a video before we've discussed it. We was the only ones who ended up in the pub. Next thing you know, we
Not
got...
in the night time, like when we was drinking, there was a lot of people there. It was afterwards, weren't it?
Yeah, all the staff and owners went, and there was just a locked door between us and the pub. So we were staying upstairs in the hotel room, like the B&B rooms, whatever, pub rooms. And you couldn't access the pub, but we was the only ones in the building.
You'd think they'd warn you this when you're booking.
I mean, my mum was like, what if there was an emergency?
We went on booking.com or something like that. Found this night, it looked really lovely, the room.
It was beautiful.
The room when we got there was really nice. And we went and stayed there. And we booked it and stayed there, rather. And that was about it, really. They didn't warn us.
It wasn't, yeah, that was that. But on the daytime, I think it was the second day or the first day, we went to this pub. We walked in. And I kid you not, everybody was like, oh, everybody. It was that intimidating. We just walked on out, didn't we?
Forget being the only gay in the village. It was like the only young people in the village or the outsiders.
Yeah, it was your local people. And they did not want us there.
And then I've told Aim's dad this story. He's like, you should have just made a point of staying. I'd have gone and sat down. No, I know Aim's dad. And Aim's dad gets offended. And he's like the most sensitive person I've ever met.
He would have sat down though.
When so somebody said something to him one time or ignored him when he said hello. And he got really offended and didn't like it. I can't imagine your dad if we walked into a pub now and everyone stared at him. I mean, he was like, okay, this is awkward. I can't imagine your dad just making a point of sitting down. Your dad's fussy about the best
He
of
has
times.
done. We've been in situations like that. If my dad wants a drink, he'll go and sit in the middle of a bloody ring round, to be honest.
I said that. I don't like busy pubs. Like when I moved here, when I started visiting here, I mean, I'd been to clubs and pubs up where I lived. But when I moved here, or before I moved here, went out for a night out of home a couple of times.
That would have been a bit of a shock.
Oh, there was this pub or whatever.
The Goose.
The Goose. You couldn't move. It wasn't even though it was good. It wasn't like the music was banging. It was a great night out.
Music?
It was just that is where everyone started the night, weren't it?
It
What
was the
a
cheapest.
nightmare.
It was a Weatherspoons. Imagine that back wall was a bar. It was 2-3 houses down. It was ridiculous.
Weren't now trying to get served anytime soon.
You had to get 2 drinks to get served. When you was up the bar, you might as well get 2 drinks because you ain't getting back up there.
And then you're hoping, hang on, I hope these 2 drinks don't turn into 1.5. Have you ever been out on a night out, and this happened to me on numerous occasions, and you're there trying to like juggle 2 or 3 drinks through a crowd of people? They don't move, they make a point of standing in your way, and as it splashes and splishes and splashes all over the shop, sometimes on their shoes, maybe on the shirt, on the trousers, on yourself, you end up apologising to them, even though it's quite clear you can't climb over their heads with 2 pints in your hand. Ain't gonna happen. You're like, mate, just move. Then you won't get wet with beer, will you?
When was we out? I don't know. A couple of weeks ago, we were somewhere. And now I do this all the time. So this girl is walking past me. She kind of bumped into me. I said, "Oh, I'm sorry." And she never even looked at me. And he turned around and was like, why are you even bothering? Because you didn't even acknowledge the fact that she walked into me.
There are a lot of rude people out there.
Tell you when it was. We was going to our local pub with my mum, and she walked past us where I used to get my spray tans and all that.
Yeah, and I said, "What are you saying?
Why are you saying sorry for?" Because she just, didn't even acknowledge.
There are some really nice people. Like this morning, I was walking the dog. When I did the Yorkshire pudding, the Toad in the Hole video, which I posted yesterday. It'd be today, but it'd be yesterday for you lot. I did like a little thing while I was walking the dog, and I was saying like everyone's getting back on their feet a bit now from COVID, etc., etc. I was like the weather being great.
Oh wait.
Got blisters in my mouth still though.
That's from that.
I know. I never got full COVID, but the blisters are terrible.
What we got was a mild version of it. But Lee, I have blisters quite a lot, don't I? But this time, really having COVID, blisters in his mouth, and you really suffered with that, didn't you?
I have all along here, still here now. Agony, and if it makes you feel like you've got bad headache or pain in your head.
One thing I did notice though, and it solidified the fact that COVID gives you ridiculously bad nerve pain. I've had it for 2 years, haven't I? Tia has been jumping around like a maniac. Honestly, she's got nerve pain now. Quick question, and then we'll leave that subject. Has any of you guys had nerve pain if you've had COVID? Nerve pain, like where you feel like you're getting jabbed in certain areas of your body. I really would like to know that because something that you've been saying is like long COVID. But he's had blisters, whereas I never had that either time.
I get them blisters.
Did you have it the first time?
No, but I tend to get them when my immune system's down. When my immune system's down, I get blisters in my mouth really weirdly.
And he's now, and you know.
Oh yeah, they're horrible. Oh my god. But anyway, I was out walking the dog, and there was this lady walked towards me, and she's doing like
right there.
She's doing like a fast walk, like this.
Oh, a power walk.
Power walk. And she was like the kind of lady who didn't want to say hello, and I don't say hello to people who look like they don't want to say hello. So I'm walking past her, and I got my headphones in. I heard her say, she was like, literally, I'm here. Like, say me and name. She's walking that way, I'm walking this way. We're about to pass each other. We're about past. And she said, morning. And at this point, I'm like, I'm already past you, buddy. I'm like, literally.
You did say morning.
You I'm like, turning around, morning. Because she's halfway down the road at this point. But I felt rude not to. It's like, morning. And yeah, it's like, some people will do it. And I look rude because I'm happy to say morning to anyone. But you don't be the idiot who says,
yeah, but you're not the first one,
afternoon.
are you? I can guarantee you.
No, I'll never say it first in case they blank me and I look stupid.
What's funny, I've been walking with him, and 90% of the time he's in Morecambe because we do go out more there than here because, to be perfectly frank, I don't like it here. And people will be walking past, and it's always me, isn't it? They'll go, hello, and I'm like, hello.
You find people who have dogs are way friendlier. Out with them anyway.
And then they'll just turn to me while they'll go, hello, and I'm like, I do this kind of voice, hello. So I don't even speak like that. Why do I
It's
need...
usually because Aim, especially if they do have a dog, she's walking on and, oh.
No, I'm on
I want to
about...
go say hello to the dog.
No, I'll tell you what I do. I sit on the bench on the seafront. There was a scene in that film with James Nesbitt, that programme where that's our bench that we sit on.
You have no idea what we're on about.
No, but there's this bench that we sit on outside the rock shop, opposite the Eric Morecambe stand. And if I see loads of people with dogs there, loads, I'm like, Lee, don't move. We're just going to sit here. There's a dog coming that I want to stroke. I'm like, oh, hello.
She
hello.
does.
But I'm on about people in general. So we walk into Morrison's and you meet people and they'll look at me and they'll go, hello. And I'm like, oh, hello.
Yeah, people are friendly. Like, we find when we go down south, like Cornwall, Devon Way, people are so friendly and they're easy. Like the shops and the pubs, like, yes, bring your dogs in, come on,
Well,
set
that's
up a
more
table
tourism.
for them. Yeah, no, but around here, in some places, well, a lot of them are like, oh, you dare bring
So
your
I
dog in
don't
my
understand
property.
this, right? So we was in Morecambe and it was a Green King chain. Because that's our local pub. We talked about a place called Bentley Bridge. I've got our pubs over there. And that's a Green King chain. And there's a few in the area. And there was one in Morecambe called the Cross Keys, I think, something like that. Anyway, we went in and there's that woman and their family with a...
Yeah, you
what
got
was it,
talked
a
to.
lurcher?
I don't know,
Graham,
she had a big
something
dog.
like that. Big Graham, line of a beautiful dog. Same chain pub. We was over here a couple of summers ago, and there was a family. I don't know why they was here, but maybe it was just passing through, because it certainly wasn't for an holiday. And they had a bulldog. Now, this bulldog, they took it in the pub, which is, again, the same chain, sat under the table. Can you get out, please? You're not allowed dogs in. And I thought, that dog's minding its own business.
Yeah, the dog should be allowed to stay
Is
in a
it
pub.
because it's not a seaside tavern that you're not allowed? But it's the same damn chain, so therefore there's a policy issue there.
I think you find if it's like a locals pub or like family run pub, they want to keep the locals happy. They'll happily let you bring your
Yeah, but
dogs
that's
in.
still a chain. It was a Green King pub in Morecambe, and it's a Green King pub. There's got to be. There can't be different policies, surely.
I don't even know.
Well, I thought it wasn't fair. That dog was minding his own business.
He was just doing his own thing, wanted a couple of pints.
Rest assured, when me and Lee get our pub, we'll allow dogs in under the table.
Yeah, we nearly had a pub a few years ago, funnily enough, but then we didn't.
No, Lee said, "Oh, do you want to buy a pub?"
I knew somebody who was on about investing in buying a pub.
Should we do the same thing?
Bear in mind, this person I knew, still know, but they had like a huge business turning over like a lot of money every year. And they turned to me and said, "Do you want to go in on it?"
And he comes back.
Why not?
And he was like, "Should we buy a half a pub?" It's gone.
It didn't last that long. That's how much of a
He was
good
like,
investment
"Hey,
it would have been.
you can run it, we'll have games nights, we'll do this." Now, if this was like sensibly done, we were actually was considering it. You know, maybe we'll take over a lease. Lee, do you want to buy a pub?
I don't think you buy a pub, you just buy the lease.
No,
these
we was
days.
going to buy the entire thing.
I don't know, but either way, it was a bad idea.
My God, I tell you what, he just needs a little bit of a nudge, and that's it.
The worrying part is, if Aim had run the pub, she'd have run it into the ground. Because she'd have been on her lunch break, having a liquid lunch every
I
day.
would not. That made me
And a
shout
liquid
there.
breakfast and dinner.
No, I wouldn't have. I'd have been the one that was making up nights and quiz nights and...
Yeah,
Oh.
well, we'll stick to doing them on our lives.
He made me shout then.
Just some more bacon.
No, I don't know. Why do you have it, Lee?
I don't
You're
mind
wasting
it.
it.
Not 2 little rations.
You haven't... You do it for another look.
No, I do not. I did
You've
it
not
because my
had-
eggs were shite.
Lee, you didn't eat it last time. You haven't touched it this time.
I've had a ration of bacon, thank you.
You didn't.
Yes, I did. I ate it with my beans. Aim, you can ask these. Like, have I had a
But
ration
why
of
do you
bacon?
have all that? Do you remember, guys, when we last done a video like this? He left the bacon then.
Because it was a small breakfast.
This is a small breakfast, you said.
Hence why I had the bacon.
Now, to me,
You filled up.
that is enough.
Well, I hope you got room because you're having a curry after.
No, I mean, what I'm saying is, we might do that tomorrow when my dad's here. I'm not being funny.
Right, guys, on that note, we will get back into the swing of things and the conversation will pick up. Today
My mum, just to
was
tell you
prattling on.
My mum's really cross at my dad at the moment. I mean, I'm not kidding you. You want to see the size of the Easter eggs he's bought my mum and Tia today? And mainly, I thought the ones in the hallway was theirs. Basically, he bought a huge Thornton's eggs, and there was £9 each, right? He bought, ours was a £5 each, and we got celebrations. My dad's like, oh, I've got some stuff for you tomorrow. as in tomorrow's Saturday here. Oh, I'm bringing a bag of stuff round for you and Tia tomorrow. My mum's like, okay. You do know Tia's got COVID, and my mum's like, I'm like, Dad, you can nip round, it's fine. My mum's a bit drama queen when she comes to Tia, isn't she? Oh, I've just bought some snacks. I've bought some Easter things. She's like, is it all chocolate? Yes. He's bought bunny rabbits, mini eggs, everything. It's his whole Tesco bag full.
I know, I brought it in.
No, there's more tomorrow. I don't know what he's...
The funny thing was, though, Aim said to me, Lee, when you walk the dogs, I've got to pass Aim's dad's house. Can you pick up the Easter eggs? Okay, I will do.
My mum said this to Dad yesterday. Pick up the Easter eggs. It was about what he's done this morning.
I opened the curtains, and right outside our
I've got a
living room
hanging basket
curtains
with a bracket.
is the front door. He's done this before, but with small things. These are huge Easter eggs.
I mean,
3
I'm
big
not
bags
exaggerating like that. They're like that.
And he hung them all off our hanging basket bracket for the world and their mum to see. Thankfully, it was early. It was like half 6
We
hours.
have got a long driveway, so that is an advantage point. But just here, to the left of me, is my bay window. He left these bags of bloody eggs on the hook.
And I know full well, when we left a barbecue outside of our old house and was moving in,
We only took it to take round
the
the back.
scrapman took it.
Yeah.
So you know full well the scrapman would have took our Easter eggs had they seen them.
Let me tell you, this is how brassneck people are around here. So on my mum and dad's street, there was a person with a hanging basket. Someone just came, broad daylight, took the hanging basket down and sold it at the local pub. This is what I'm saying. So leaving those, there's over £20 worth of Easter eggs on the bloody doorstep. Dad just leaves and then he's like, oh yeah, tomorrow, Bren. That's my mum's name, as you know. Trendy Brendy. I've got a whole bag full of stuff to bring round.
Just what we need. More chocolate to get us
Not for
fatter.
us. That's not for us.
Well, just like them two need to get fatter. Brilliant. We'll fit them through the doors at this
It's not
rate.
fair, honestly. Not that we want it, but I don't see the need for my dad to be spending all that money on absolute nonsense.
And on that
Just
note,
an excuse to come round.
Right, guys, we will see you again on another video soon.
Yeah, so let us know what you've done on your bank holiday weekend.
Do you have tea or coffee with your breakfast or not?
You've got to have tea.
Do you have water or pop
Well,
or a whiskey? What do you have?
I got tea, lemon squash, and a bottle of Smart Water.
As you do. 3 drinks aim.
And Lee, last question. Are you, with a fried breakfast, a brown sauce or a red... I've run out of brown sauce. Brown sauce or red sauce. Are you team red or team brown?
It's got to be red aim. The brune is just wrong.
It's not. It's brown sauce all the way. Team brown or team bread? Bread.
Team bread. I love team bread.
Anyway,
mate.
guys, thank you for bearing with us this week. We are going to be back to normal next week. From now on, we are going to be doing more videos. Thank you for bearing with us, and we love you lots. See you next time.
Bye everyone.